Hey everybody, Jeff Kenny here. I am writer, editor, producer, frequent actor on GoldenKeyAudio.com, and we wanted to spend just a couple of minutes here, or a minute or two, looking at why we are doing what we're doing. What is the purpose and the point and the whole meaning behind Golden Key Audio? As we look around and we see those who are working kind of in the fields of apologetics and evangelization in the area of classic Christian or Catholic work, we see a lot of talk, a lot of information coming, and that's wonderful, but not as much in the way of storytelling, particularly all ages storytelling. So we wanted to kind of try and remedy that as best we could through our work. And so audio drama seemed to be really blunt, fairly affordable. You know, we don't have millions of dollars to make movies, but also taking a little bit above and not above in the sense of being truly better, but a little bit different than, a little more engaging for a modern audience than just the printed page, which we love. We love the printed page. We really recommend reading all these wonderful stories that are out there, but many people don't, and so we hope the audio drama format and genre can bring these stories to people in a different way.
I'm Catherine.
And I'm Esme. I play Veronica, and I'm the older sister.
Hey, you guys see that little girl?
Peter, be careful!
I do various different parts in different dramas.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. I will scrape them clean.
I like when it seems really magical. And I really like when it's like fantasy stories and things like that. But it's also saints.
I like how the stories that I've heard since I was really little, like they're brought to life. And I like how I can hear the really cool stories and I can also imagine them, because it gives you kind of like you can hear it in your head, but you get to imagine all the imagery. And I think the sound effects are really helpful for that. I really like it.
Hey, no, okay, put him down. Really what we've lost, we've kind of forgotten who we are. We've lost the great contributions of classic Christian and Catholic culture to the world, to humanity. Part of that is rebuilding a truly Christ-centered or truly Catholic or Christian culture, rebuilding that culture, because it once kind of flourished. For all the human flaws involved, it flourished. How do we do that? What is culture? Well, culture is information, yes. But culture is everything from architecture and art to music to food to celebrations, anything and everything, sort of core story. So we looked at that and we wanted to dive a little bit deeper. And I think of a good example is Christmas. Why do so many people, even if they consider themselves post-Christian, maybe even atheists, they're not practicing Christians, but Christmas continues to resonate with so many people? Why is that? Well, it's largely because Christmas is not just a theological concept. It's that too. It's the celebration of the incarnation, the nativity of Jesus, but it's also a multifaceted cultural celebration that includes food and music and family and friends, and it's just a whole season. Think of how deeply people are touched by Christmas. All these Christmas movies and books and things, even for people who are not particularly religious or Christian. And you think about that, that's the way it was more or less. Christmas was always the highest, holiest, along with Easter, but that was the case more or less for every feast, every great high solemnity or feast, or all these great seasons in the church's history for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And so, how do we bring those back? Well, we want to enter into those stories, and we want to rebuild that culture in whatever way we can.
I am Wyatt Toyner. I do the voice of Arvad in the yet-to-be-released Memorare series, and I voice several characters throughout the Golden Key audios.
They're lying. They're not the police. They're not. They're trying to deceive you. Please, I need to get away from them.
I enjoy the Golden Key, the stories of the saints. My favorite part, I think, was he can actually be almost looked at as a bad guy. Was the governor in the St. Christopher story. Just, the big kingly voice, even if you are a Samaritan, I don't care. That was fun. I am in the process of applying to the seminary to study to become a priest. The audio, the dramas and stories here, it's a form of ministry.
So we hope that you'll engage this program with all members of your family, all ages. We hope it's not just a children's program; it's for all ages. So please give it a shot. We hope Golden Key Audio will will help in that endeavor in whatever small way. And so we have a lot of great stories to tell, we think, and they're stories that often aren't told in multimedia formats, at least not as often as they should be, and maybe not in very creative ways necessarily, not to be critical of anybody, but we may or may not do better than that, because a lot of great people have done a lot of great storytelling, but we want to try and contribute and try and help rebuild a truly Christian and Catholic culture and help enrich people within the church and outside the church as well. So we hope you give us a listen, goldenkeyaudio.com. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and anywhere and everywhere else.